Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the Tudor Pelagos 39, and I want to discuss my wearing experience with it so far in the 4 months that I have owned it. So I have mentioned this watch on the channel before, but I haven't, in the times that I did mention it, I hadn't worn it for very long. And lately it has been dominating my wrist time, and with the exception of a couple weeks back in early July, I have worn this very consistently for the last 4 months. And I have some things that I want to talk about concerning it. Right off the bat, I just want to say I don't have anything negative to say about the watch because frankly this timepiece has met and exceeded my expectations as far as a everyday tool watch is concerned. So yeah, I just love this watch. It's amazing, it's really awesome, and I do have a couple things that I want to mention about it that I believe are worth bringing up, especially for those of you who are considering getting this watch and adding it to your collection. So in terms of its basic characteristics, this is a grade 2 titanium dive watch with a time-only movement that is COSC certified, so it's accurate to -4 to +6 seconds a day. It is, again, 200 meters water resistant, and it has a black ceramic dial, or a black ceramic bezel, excuse me, that is fully loomed, and it is just a very, very simple piece. It is extremely accurate. The COSC certification guarantees that the watch and the movement will be accurate to -4 to +6 seconds a day. However, I personally have noticed that this watch is far more accurate than that. It is typically accurate to about within 0 to +2 seconds a week, which is well within chronometer specifications, and that is very, very pleasing. Again, I've been wearing this watch very consistently. I've been wearing it almost every day since I've gotten it, with the exception of a few days and a short period of 2 weeks when I was on a business trip. And aside from that, I've been wearing this constantly, like I just said, and it's very, very accurate. I don't need to adjust it that often. And I just enjoy the wearing experience of it. It's a watch that I can throw on without having to worry about it at all. And I appreciate the size of it, the dimensions, and it's the overall aesthetic and the look of it. It's a good everyday watch. As far as the durability is concerned, if you look at this watch in person, you can definitely tell that I've been wearing it very consistently. And it's hard to tell in this light, but as far as durability goes, there are a lot of scratches on the bracelet. As you can probably see on the clasp, this clasp is extremely scratched up. There's a lot of scratches on here, and it's definitely harder to see on the bracelet links. I'll try to put in some B-roll, but there's definitely some hairline scratches on the bracelet links themselves, and those are quite present throughout. However, the case has not been scratched up at all. I haven't seen any scratches developing on the case whatsoever, so that's a good thing. It doesn't really ruin the aesthetic of the watch at all. And honestly, in terms of scratches, they're not a big deal. Here's my overall philosophy on scratches on a watch. I know that sounds corny to say, but here's my take on it. Scratches are simply inevitable, especially for, sports-oriented or tool watches like this one right here. If you go out and you are wearing watches like this all the time, and you're wearing them consistently, and you're putting them through their paces and using them in their intended environments, then scratches are an inevitability. They're just going to be there. They're going to happen, they're going to develop, and there's nothing you can really do about it aside from maybe getting the watch polished. That being said, when my authorized dealer, when my sales rep was selling this watch to me, he said to me, make sure that when you wear this, you scratch this thing up. It would look, in my personal opinion, it would look really badass if you just took this watch, wore it all the time, and got a bunch of scratches on it, and really made that watch your own. And for me, buying that watch and hearing that from the sales rep, I took that very personally, and I am doing my best to get this watch as dinged up and as banged up as possible because I want it to be my watch. I want it to be my Pelagos 39. I want it to to tell the story of what I've been through and the things that I've seen and done in this life. And so far, I'm well on my way. I would say that. I could use a little more scratches on the watch, but we're getting there. We're definitely getting there. We're making progress. So I would say that if you're the kind of individual who hates having scratches on their watches and you can't stand when your watch gets a scratch, this isn't the watch for you. You probably should not go out and get this particular piece because this watch is very scratch prone. Titanium is a very soft metal compared to stainless steel, and it will scratch. So yeah, that's enough of that. Aside from that, some other people's criticisms of this watch are that it is time only, and it's overall really just quite boring in design. People have called this watch extremely boring before, but in my opinion, for a simple everyday piece that you don't really have to worry about, that you don't want to get recognized for, I think this watch is perfect for that. It's very subdued. The darkness of the titanium kind of tones it down a little bit and makes it a bit less shiny. Considering the fact that all of the surfaces on the watch are brushed and not polished, that also takes down the aesthetic of it and makes it much more subtle and subdued, like I just said. So it's really hard to get noticed wearing this watch, and the only people who would notice this piece would be other Tudor or Rolex owners. So in my opinion, that's a great thing. The lack of complication on the watch is also a plus for me. I don't like always having to set complications. It's one of the reasons why I only have a couple GMTs in my collection. It's the reason that I don't own a chronograph or any sort of high complication like a perpetual calendar or an annual calendar. Also, those complications are extremely expensive and way out of my price range, and I don't want to have to deal with the financial considerations of owning one of those. I just like when my watch does one thing really well, and that is tell the time. And this watch does that. It accomplishes that. You know, I don't need crazy complications. As you guys have probably seen in my other videos, I always have a Garmin Instinct 2 on my right wrist, and that has more complications than any other watch out there, and it can do a lot more things than any other watch out there. So for me, complications on a mechanical watch are not really necessary. I just like having something simple that tells the time and tells it well and looks good while doing it. And this watch fits that bill perfectly. So with that being said, this watch for me is, like I said, just an everyday watch. It's the one that I don't even have to think about grabbing. When I'm getting ready in the morning and I'm kind of in a rush and I want to put on a nice watch for the day, this is the one that I kind of instantly gravitate towards. It's the one that I see and I'm like, I'm picking that. I'm picking that every morning. I pick it up and I'm like, I just throw it on and then I go about my business and I don't even have to think about it. It is very, very tough. It's very, very durable, and it survives all of the things that I can throw at it. I have worn this watch doing all of my activities in life. So, you know, working at a desk, typing away on a computer isn't really that strenuous on a watch. But, you know, it obviously stands up to that. It is great for hiking. I love taking this watch hiking. I've taken this watch in the ocean, and it's completely fine in the water, which is to be expected because this is a dive watch after all. It is great for taking to the range and putting rounds through with it on my wrist because the recoil of my guns does not affect the accuracy or the durability of this watch at all. This watch can stand up to that kind of force. It's very shock resistant in that respect. And I have also taken this watch into the gym with me a couple times. There's been a few occasions where I've left work and I have gone straight to the gym, and I don't trust leaving my watch in a locker or in my car because I don't want to get it stolen, so I just wear my watch into the gym and I wear it during my workouts. I don't recommend any of you guys do that because there is a chance that you might slam your watch into a barbell or into a machine or something and then break the crystal. But for me, I haven't had that problem, and I've had zero issues with wearing this watch in the gym. It can stand up to a workout Again, I don't recommend you do that, but if you were to wear this watch in the gym, it wouldn't really be a factor. It wouldn't harm this watch in any way. So all in all, this is a great piece. I'm really glad that I own it. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I have nothing negative to say about it. If you are the kind of person who likes tool watches and you value durability, reliability, and generally, I don't want to say affordability because this watch is expensive. It costs in the upper 4,000s if I remember correctly at retail. But if you value durability, affordability, and you want something that is going to last you a very long time on a cost per wear basis, then this is definitely the watch to go for. This could be like the one watch that you get and you just leave the watch world after that. You save up a little money over a period of time, you buy this, and then you're good to go. You don't need anything else after that. It's just very straightforward, it's no nonsense, and I'm proud to be an owner of a Pelagos 39. With that being said, I want to know your guys' thoughts on this watch down in the comments below. If you're an owner of this watch, please let me know what your wearing experience has been like, and I hope you guys have a great night. Take care. I'll see you soon.